Well, hello again, and thank you for joining Jeff and Jenny's Classic Restorations. Well, finally done the last day yesterday at work. I'm off for 23 days now, which is great, but apart from the fact I've still got decorating to do, but she's given me a couple of days off, so I'm hoping to get this week's video done and hopefully the week afterwards, so that gives me time just to concentrate on decorating. So I've cleaned the engine up, still got to put the cylinder on, which we're trying to do today. I've actually mounted it onto the bike now because it's just trying to keep things out of the way. So come and join me. I'll show you what I've done up to now, and then we'll try and get the cylinder back on and the cylinder head and go on from there. Right, as I have mentioned what I was going to do last week, these are powder coated now. These brackets that hold it on to the frame. This all been cleaned up. I've cleaned up the engine as best as possible. The front mudguard is done, and I've temporarily put the wheel on for now. If you can see, it's a bit of a state where the brakes go. It's like a fine surface of, well, quite a thick surface of rust around there. I've done half the wheel, as I say. It's only just putting this on to protect the engine for now. It's giving me something to sit on, and I've started doing around here. This is coming up okay. I still need to do a lot of polishing, but you can see this side is starting to come up okay. As I say, more polishing to do. So it's just on temporary at the moment. I might see if I can get the back wheel on here just temporary as well whilst I'm working on this. So we get the engine back together, the mechanical side, the electricals we'll wait to the end. There's the points and everything, clean everything up, so we didn't have a spark when we first got it. So we'll see what we can do with that, but that'll be later on. We just get this piston back in and the cylinder for today. And see, well, I'm also hoping to get the stays in. Maybe we can get the mudguard on, but it means I've got to clean the brakes up. This bolt here also will take the stay when that goes on as well. This is one of the mounting bolts. So let's get on. Let's try and get the cylinder head on and the new piston in. Right, so we've got the piston rings on. I've put some 2-stroke oil on the bearings there, and hopefully this will go in a lot easier than the other one came out. Let's get this started. There we go. Right, try and get this lined up. There we go. I think just about in. Not quite. Let me just get this in. Bear with me a minute. Well, that's in. Let's try and get this clipping without it flying off somewhere. There we go. That's one done. I'll just do the other side. Right. There's the painted cylinder. It's not bad in there, but I'm just going to go through with this hone-in tool just to make it a little bit smoother inside. There's nothing wrong with it inside anyway, but let's just give it a little bit of belt and braces. So we go on to a slower speed, I think, here. Okay, nice brand new gasket on there. Right, so we just get a little bit of oil into this cylinder. A bit more. A bit down here. Okay, right. Now we need to squeeze these rings and hopefully it'll go on. Just makes the back in it. There we are. Well, you get the general idea. Let me just get this on and I'll come back to you. It's finally in there. Hopefully this will slide up. There we are. There we are. Right, let's go and get these 4 bolts tightened down. Right, so now we've actually got the cylinder head with the lever painted. Get the gasket on, and we'll just get started with a couple of bolts here. Okay, I think that one's gone through. And washers. You don't need to have washers on here, but I don't want to sort of really dig up the paint on the handle. That can go in there. Right, okay, I'll get those tightened up and that's done. Right, I cleaned the carburettor up. Wasn't actually much to show you in here at all. I've cleaned it through with carb cleaner. The only thing I did have was a little bit, that hole on the jet was blocked, but that's all clean now, so that can go back in there. I'll tighten that for a sec. And I'll put the exhaust back on now. It's been heat resistant paint on there. I will tighten this bolt up once we've got it in right position. Let's get this on then. Right, so we've got a new gasket for this one, and let's just get one on to start with. Where are we? This is not going to be straightforward, isn't it? Anyway, let me get these on, and you know what I'm doing anyway. Just get these 2 bolts on, and that will be that part done. Right, I've fitted all these gubbins here. This is what pushes down on the decompression valve in there. It doesn't seem to move. I'm not sure. I've taken it off again, and the actual butterfly works okay, and this clips in here and pushes up, but maybe because it's not connected properly, but may have to revisit that one again. But what I'm doing now, I'm just going to connect up the fuel lines from the pump to the carburettor. Now these, you don't over tighten these. It's quite important. So that seems to be in there, and obviously not cross thread them either. So let's get that one started in there. So let's give it a go. All these pipes have been cleaned through with carb cleaner. I'm not too happy with that one. Yeah, I'm not going to rush that one. Let me just line these up, and I'll get that one done up, and then this one. And then last but not least, we can get this fuel tank on, I hope. Put that one in there for now. This nut here just slides into this one. Let's just bolt round here. If we can get that over there. Yeah, Sorry, you can't see this. Let me just get this one in and I'll come back to you again. There's a washer here, so I've got to get it over here, and it slides on this one. Well, I've got one bolt in there just to hold it for now, and these should just all line up in a moment. So I'm just going to get this in first before we damage this. This is the, obviously, from the tank into the pump, out the pump into the carburetor. Okay, let me just finish this one off. Well, after a lot of mucking around trying to get these holes lined up, the tank's finally on. So we've got the air filter to go on. I'll try and get that on in the week, and then I've got the wheel to do, and then the next episode I think we'll try and polish up the handlebars, get those back on, then we can get the brakes on at the front and the rear mud guard. So I saw it was just the engine today. It's a little bit tricky, but we got there eventually, so we'll call that a day for today. But I must admit, I've got tension in the back today, tension in the neck. Having to go out to my mum's to sort her out, and a few phone calls and that. So it's put me behind a bit, as always. I'm trying to get things done before the decorating next week. So I'm going to probably concentrate on the front half again next week, where perhaps we get the mud guard on. I'll try and get the brakes cleaned up, and then we'll try and get the handlebars on as well. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this little trying to get the engine back together again, and we'll see you next time. Take care. See you.